Hello, hello. So, because I'm working also on the transmission in parallel, um, I'm here, as you can see, I already remove almost everything from the transmission. I didn't saw any suspicion uh, things, but I saw one needle, or I just found one needle. And this needle, to be honest, I was not sure from what exactly it is. I checked almost everything in the transmission several times, and I was not able to find anything suspicious or missing or something like that. But anyway, because of this needle, which at the end I found it's from a needle bearing. As you can see, I don't know if it's possible to see the needle, but basically based because of this needle, I just remove everything from the transmission. And because I did it several times, as I said here, it's on the next day, I started again putting all together and then start again over and over again. Of course, here, as you can see, everything is put together. This is the needle which I mentioned. And finally, I found that this needle is from a needle bearing, but still I couldn't find any missing needle from a needle bearing because I found several of them. But they looks fine. Everything is tight and there are no missing needles. Anyway, starting again, removing everything part by part and searching for the missing needle. There are two options, I guess. One is only this needle is missing, or the other option is only this one is available, everything else is missing. As you can see here, I managed to put all together, which, to be honest, I was afraid because this is the first automatic transmission which I'm opening in such way. And yes, in the past I have experience opening a transmission, but only removing the pan and just replacing the filter and putting all together, nothing else. But yeah, this is also new for me as well. I don't know exactly all the parts inside, and I know them, an idea of them, but not exactly how they are working together, to be honest. Anyway, the most important thing now is to find this needle bearing and to try to fix this issue. I saw a small green rubber, piece of rubber, which I think it's from a glove. And yeah, it seems that they removed they opened the transmission before as well. I don't know why and why they decided to put it all together. But it seems that maybe there's an issue with the transmission. To be honest, as I said, I'm not an expert. Here I'm trying just to remove this pipe. So this is an oil pipe. And yeah, unfortunately, or I think the only way to remove such pipes, it's just with pressure, nothing else. They're not, they're just in the holes like that. They're not with screws or something like that. But anyway, I'm just putting, as you can see here, I'm carefully trying to remove everything, and this is, I think, the third time which I'm removing, and I start learning how, which is not how, but which is the best way to do it, to be able to open the transmission and to search for the missing needle. So this is here. This is for the. It's sending data to the for the speed limiter, or I don't know what is exactly is the name, but I think this is not needed to be removed. But then after that I realized that this is not needed to be removed, and it doesn't matter if you remove it or not. But yeah, it's good that this part is here, but the rest is missing. So the rest, it's a wire which is going to the front of the dashboard and just spinning the speedometer, and you know what kind of speed you're driving. That's why I put it again on place, because as I said, this is, I think, the third part which I was removing, and I saw that there is no problem with that if it's on place. And here, piece by piece, so if you when you remove all the bolts outside, then you just need maybe a screwdriver or something, and carefully you're removing the rest. There is nothing else here, so I'm just removing very carefully. As I said, with the screwdriver it's much easier to do it, but I was very careful with the gaskets, because still I don't have any gaskets or parts or something like that for the transmission. But the main idea is in future to remove to order also. I saw there rebuild kits for the transmission, and I think it will be needed for this one as well. But first of all, the main point, the main idea now, it's to find this, as I said, needle where it is the place. There is one needle bearing which I was checking, but it's fine, everything's on place. And yeah, I'm continuing with the rest. So here there are two bolts outside before you proceed removing those parts. Yeah, this was all together, and here it's a little bit tricky then to assemble this, but I think I managed to do it. Those are very tricky. And here, as I said, also still searching for the missing piece. I think there are also rebuilding kits for this bearing as well. And there is one inside this one. This is a needle bearing, which it was a little bit stuck, because when I was putting all together, I put a grease to be easier for me to. Yeah, this is a needle bearing, which I just, yeah, like that I was just able to spin and to see if something is missing, but everything is just fine. There are no missing pieces, or just there's no missing piece at all. I was checking piece by piece, just spinning and looking, but it looks fine and okay to be used, not to be replaced. Yeah, as you can see here, I'm very carefully trying to check all the angles and everything. Just spinning and checking, but it's not from here for sure. Yeah, this is like a spacer, and I was very nervous because there is a order how you put which is the first one. Is first the spacer or first the bearing? And yeah, it's like a Lego. You have to be careful when you're removing some parts, part by part, because if I screw up or just not put in the same order, then maybe the whole transmission unit will be broken. I don't know. I hope I will not have such experience. And as you can see here, I'm trying to measuring, is this from here, or because I didn't saw anything missing, but still I'm trying to measure. Here with after a small break, I started again. As I said again and again, I think like 3 times I removed everything and put together. Here, for example, this to be removed. Those are the two bolts outside which have to be removed, which I mentioned. Yes, so this one, you have 3 bolts, 2 bolts outside and 1 bolt inside, but the bolt inside already was removed. And then you're able to take everything from outside. Here, as you can see, I'm trying to be careful not to remove this in the center, because in the center is keeping all together, and that's why I'm trying to remove everything. But yeah, it's just a very slow process. But at the end, yes, I was able. So inside there, the discs, which I am pretty sure that they have to be replaced with new ones. And here I started looking in a piece by piece, out inside in every piece to see. As you can see here, so those two contains 2 sets of discs, which I plan to, and so those are 2 spacers we got here. And then I realized that the missing bearing or the missing needle, it's from this piece here. But I don't know if I did it in the first place, to be honest. Because still here I'm trying to... So here inside are... So it's from this piece, not from the other one, from this one. So I think I realized, yes, it's from... Only the shell is there. Sorry. And the rest, there are no needles inside. I don't know why they removed them, but it was a very good sign that they keep only one, or one was left, and that's the reason why I try to find it, because otherwise... So as you can see here, I'm testing. Yes, it's exactly from this needle bearing. This is the place where this needle has to be, or the rest as well. I don't know, they removed them because maybe it's very tricky to put all together. Maybe they saw that there's a need of rebuilding kit and for the transmission, and that's why they just remove them and put all together. Because to be honest, to be able to put all the needles and then to put all together, it's a little nightmare. But yes, this was the right place, and as you can see here, after I found it, I just put it like not to forgot the order of the parts. As you can see here, this also is a spacer, and not to forget what after what was in order. That's why I just put them all together. And yeah, the next step, it will be first to order a needle bearing, and then I'm planning to order a kit for the transmission and to change the discs. I will show you later what kind of disc I'm talking about. Maybe some of you already know, but if not, I will show you later. So here I just remove it from the shell from the rest of the parts, and so yeah, this is the shell for the needle bearing, which I have to find. I don't know, I hope I will find a bearing here in Bulgaria. If not, I have to find one in US, but I think it will be a little nightmare if I need to search such part in US. But I'm very happy that they forgot one needle and I was able to find from where exactly it is, and because otherwise I will put all together, maybe also order some new parts and putting all together, and I will not suspect that something is missing, to be honest, because as I said, I don't have any experience with such transmissions or any automatic transmission, so I'm pretty sure that if they didn't leave the needle, maybe I will put new parts inside, and then, oh my gosh, I don't want to imagine what will happen. But anyway, let's see if I will be able to find such needle bearing, and then we will try to put all together again.